Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in. This is D100 Superfan, and today we'll be taking a closer look at combat, weapons, spells, and defense. I wanted to give a special thanks to subscribers, and to future subscribers, thanks in advance. Also, very exciting news. I have had correspondence with Mr. Martin Knight, and with his permission, today I'm able to share with you a D100 Superfan Super Exclusive preview of upcoming content, the Dragon's Return expansion book for D100 Dungeon. Let's get right into today's video. An adventurer has a vast array of weapon options at their disposal, and knowing how to use a weapon properly is key to victory. Whether you choose a powerful two-hand weapon, a versatile sword and shield setup, or focus on magic and range combat, your equipment loadout determines how you approach enemy encounters. An adventurer must have an understanding of which weapon suits their character best. It is simple to say strength character, strength weapon, dex character, dex weapon, highest damage modifier. But there are many details in the numbers that only emerge through gameplay. For instance, an adventurer with very high strength will hit often and will therefore be able to swing a high damage two-handed weapon easily to end battles quickly and decisively. An adventurer with moderate strength wielding a one-handed weapon and shield will deal less damage, but they will be able to survive the fight by blocking hits to the head, back, torso, and waist with their shield until they can trigger the mighty blow ability enough times to slay their foe. A character with high dex will tend to wield a ranged weapon, which are often two-handed and deal slightly less damage than their melee counterparts, but a high dex character also has the advantage of an easy escape attempt should things go awry. It really makes you feel like you are standing back from the monster and can retreat if need be. Some weapons, such as the throwing axe, chakram, and spear, can use either strength or dex to make an attack. And these weapons, especially in their finer, greater, superior, and legendary forms, are great for giving a player options against different foes, as well as opportunities to train different stats. In the later stages of the game, as a character gains legendary equipment, you may find that holding two legendaries is better than one, even if just for the legendary stat boosting enhancements. Generally speaking, if you want to be able to have a chance at overcoming your foes, you'll want your damage to be at least -2 to the monster's defense. For example, if the monster has 4 defense, you will be challenged, but at least stand a chance with 2 damage, plus 2 damage. There's a huge difference between running -2 damage to -1 damage versus a monster's defense. Being damage equal to an enemy's defense feels good, and you will absolutely feel like Brock Samson with +4 damage versus a monster's defense. Enjoy your death kill bonus. A shield is great as it allows a player to better handle the more powerful foe abilities, such as Large, which ensures a foe is always landing strong hits, or the multiple attacks per turn that all dragons have. And nothing feels better than completely mitigating an enemy's surprise attack with your Pavai shield, as if to say, don't do that. Shields, with their enhanced durability, are also great at protecting your other equipment, especially your belt. Protecting your belt is a great way to save yourself from making belt checks, ensuring your potions and brews are secure. Speaking of potions and brews, having a belt full can give a player many options during a fight. A player may take a combat action to access their belt items and drink potions and brews in multiples. An adventurer drinking 3 potions of lesser healing and 2 brews of lesser damage is able to heal themselves for 12 hit points, which is 2 more hit points than the heal spell this turn, and do more damage next turn. This is very powerful, especially if the potions and brews are finer, greater, or superior. And the effect demonstrated here is with low-level, commonly available supplies. Brews give you a one-time benefit, often on the very next roll, while potions of strength, dex, and int give their benefit often for the entire encounter. Casting in combat can offer many solutions to many different problems. For instance, should you find yourself face to face with an enemy dark magic user and they cast Shadowy Cloak, giving themselves +4 defense for the round, instead of swinging your weapon into a brick wall, spend the turn casting a fireball, ensuring you get 4 unmitigated damage in the next round. In the next round, should they cast Shadowy Cloak again, that's another fireball. Casting Clumsy at the start of a fight gives you an advantage for the entire fight. Leading off with Lightning or Ice Storm ensures damage, as well as enhancing your next attack or spell cast. Clone, Mirror Image, and Summon ensure the adventurer doesn't have to take the brunt of the enemy's attacks. Mirror Image and Clone allow a player to use their belt items behind their magic. Very handy. As far as the player's defense and armor and shield rating, of course, the more the better. Prioritize armor coverage to your vulnerable areas and strive to have the strongest armor you can. As a rule of thumb, especially in the early game, you do not want to be taking more than 3 hit points from any single hit. 3 hit points hurts and adds up quickly over repeated strikes. As the damage is coming your way, think, how can I avoid this? Does my armor save me? Can I block with a shield? Should I use my belt potions to heal next turn? Remember the rule of 3. Do not take more than 3 hit points worth of damage in a single hit. Defense is a bit tricky to understand, and I encourage all players to read and reread the section regarding an adventurer's defense value. Imagine how a combat scenario would take place if you had 3 defense and were taking 2, 3, or 4 damage. You can quickly see how defense is so valuable in the long term of a fight and quest overall. Essentially, the more defense you have, the better it works. Getting yourself even 2 defense is great, and you will feel tough at 3 defense. 4 to 5 defense in full plate mail, and you are nearly impervious to most hits. And through the magic spell Magic Armor, you can even boost your defense by +1 for the entire encounter. When defense and armor shield value are not enough, you may choose to push some incoming damage to the durability of your equipment. This is not without cost, as not only do you put your equipment in danger of breaking, you will incur repair costs after the quest, which can be tremendous with the more powerful weapons and armor, especially legendary equipment. 1 hit point can be healed for 20 gold pieces back in town, while repairing a single pip on your legendary plate mail breastplate of the gods costs over 800 gold pieces. As a low-level character, it is easy to want to dump your damage onto your gear, but you will also be greatly hindering your finances. Repair costs are often several times the cost of just taking the damage and healing the hit point, but you also must weigh your own survival down in the dungeon depths. A player must be wary of stacking too much damage onto their equipment, as there is a search result that damages a random piece of equipment. How catastrophic if that was the straw that broke the mighty claymore. If you have access to the D100 Dungeon Adventurer's Companion, then you already know all about the death kill system. Using the excess damage past the enemy's last hit point, you are able to apply a bonus to the loot table rolled. This is a great way to get bonuses to parts table P1, P2, P3, and P4, as well as the items table, table I, as those tables rarely get a plus modifier. So the death kill bonus is a great way to get your skeleton key, turn an item roll into a treasure roll, or potentially find rare, scarce monster parts to sell or use for witchery, also included in the D100 Dungeon Adventurer's Companion. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. As promised, we do have a D100 Superfan Super Exclusive. Mr. Knight was kind enough to inform me that in the new D100 Dungeon content book, The Dragon's Return, that includes the campaign 2. I'm very excited. In the new book, The Dragon's Return, this is a quote from Mr. Martin Knight. In the new campaign book, it will bring rules for martial arts, martial artistry, which includes new weapons that get better as the adventurer's skills get better, and for the first time, the adventurer can fight unarmed. End quote. Wow, I am so excited. I cannot wait for this new book. Unarmed combat, weapons that get better as you get better. Oh my goodness, so excited. Campaign 2, if you haven't, go ahead and play through the campaign included in D100 Dungeon Adventurer's Companion. Campaign 1, The Goblin and the Goblet. It's 20 quests. You start it from the beginning and go all the way through. It's a lot of fun, takes you all over, and you do a lot of things that you don't do on the quest table in this campaign, so check that out. I can't wait to see what Campaign 2 brings. Oh my goodness, The Dragon's Return. I can't wait. I'm waiting. I'm eagerly awaiting their return. I'm kind of wish they'd hurry up. Hopefully we'll have the new book by the end of the year. I don't know if I can wait that long. Hopefully I can bring you more news and information. Thank you so much for tuning in to D100 Superfan, your source for D100 Dungeon reviews, tips, and apparently exclusives. Thank you so much. Take care and have a great day. Also, thank you so much, Mr. Knight, for everything, and I hope you're doing well. Take care and have a great day.